Well, Mike, today is the day we've all been waiting for.
Yes.
Well, I shouldn't say we all, because not everybody knows what is happening today.
I'm not sure who knows, to be honest.
But I've certainly been waiting for this.
I have been waiting for this. I mean, it feels like I don't know how long, but just the forthcoming knowledge that it was happening has been so much, just enough to tongue tie me enough to make this probably a tough podcast.
I was doing the math on it. I think we started it around June of last year.
Yeah.
The conversations, the first blends, and today it's here and all like fully done, ready to go. So for all of you watching, you're in for a treat. We do our Creekside Customs, and every few times a year we come out with our own cigar. The one coming out this September, I'll tell you the date in a second, is super special because Mike had his hand on this one, and an ode to your late father.
Yes.
The SPG himself.
Yes.
And it all happened right here where we're sitting, actually.
Yeah, it did.
We were talking about your dad and how he was this kind of larger than life human being.
He was. He absolutely was.
Between what he did with Porsche and his travels to Cuba. And you're telling me all about his travels to Cuba. I'm like, hold on. Did you just say he kept journals of his travels to Cuba?
He did.
I need to see the journals. So that started us down this path of, hey, I think it would be awesome if we made a cigar in honor of your dad. And you told me some thoughts on cigars that he liked and sizes he liked.
Right.
Brought you some samples. And then when I was not in Nicaragua, when I was in Dominican Republic last August, did another round of blending, brought you that back, and you're like, this is the one.
This is the one.
So tell people about the profile and the cigar and a little bit about your dad, and then I'll present you with
the cigar that I have not seen.
And we get to smoke it together.
Yeah, which I haven't smoked since New Year's Day 2026.
The samples.
It was the last sample that I had held on to, that again in September or right around there that you brought. And I had aged the last one for the remainder of that year. Smoked it on New Year's Day and was blown away with it. Even just that very short amount of aging of a few months had added that much more complexity to it. About my dad, when we started this, he was still with us. Yep. He wasn't good. His health was not good the last decade. He had severe stroke, and continued to have them over the last decade. And then he passed away back in April of this year. But as the man himself, enlisted in the Marine Corps as a 17-year-old. He was born in Texas to a couple of Marines who were the son and daughter of immigrants from Romania and Slovenia. Okay. And so he grew up, enlisted in the Marine Corps, was in Vietnam then a year later, basically, and was there for almost the length of 2 whole years. He served in the Marine Corps as a forward observer in the military. Very dangerous job. Spent a lot of time in the hole, relaying to the company where munitions were coming from that were being shot at them.
Wow.
So anyway, he had his military stint. He was in the Marine Corps, was honorably discharged as a staff sergeant. And then he just wanted to live life. He came back. His brother was also in the Marine Corps who did not fare as well as him. And when he came back from all of that, he just wanted to live life, wanted to experience life, and he was a very outgoing guy. And it's really tough, just to talk about him. Yeah. So recently, having departed. But, again, he got into car sales. Out of the Marine Corps, he wanted something to do. He got into car sales. Got in with Porsche and Audi very early in the very early 80s. 81, I think, is when he started with Porsche. Could have been 79, I'm not sure. Anyway, all of my life, he was that guy. So he ran the Porsche dealer. He was an enthusiast. He would love to come home. And
it's shocking that you are his offspring.
Yeah. Well,
an enthusiast.
The best qualities that I have are certainly because of
That's
him.
So cool.
And so, yeah, he traveled the world, he with Porsche on his own. He just loved to see the world. He saw the world with the Marine Corps through a lens and wanted to go back out into the world and just be a part of it. And loved life, loved cigars, loved fine wine, loved life, just loved people smiling and having a good time and bringing people together. It was his credo. He was a stoic philosopher, studied a lot of that. He was that was a big part of his beliefs system. And yeah, cigars, it was just, he turned me on to cigars originally.
Cool.
When I was young, early 20s, late teens, I was faced with paths, as we all are, and did not make great decisions. And he was always just there to try to help me get back to the right way of being. And so, I think in 2002, maybe, we were in Cabo San Lucas in Mexico, and he was like, we're going to go over to this LCDH here, and you're going to try a cigar. You need to slow down. This is something that's going to slow down time for you and give you a chance to think and all these things. And I took the experience for what it was worth at the time. I didn't smoke a cigar after 2002, probably till 2008 or 6 or so. It was a handful of years at the least later that he and I, again, were, I think, in the Bahamas and did the same thing. It was kind of like just trying to show me the world, so to speak, through his eyes, and really turned me on to what became, a passion of mine, as you know, cigars. And we smoked a Monte Cristo A. Was our first Cuban Monte Cristo A.
That's cool.
That he pulled and was like, "You're gonna."
That's why you love the Sanskorai.
Right. He said, "You're gonna love this."
Super
he said, "This is gonna take you a while, and we're gonna sit down and we're gonna spend a lot of quality time together." And we did over that A. And then the next time was a Monte Cristo number 2. He loved the Habana Monte Cristo. So almost any Vitola, really. It was the Edmundo, I think, that was truly his favorite, which was a Parejo that was, if I'm not mistaken, a 52 by like a 5.5, something like that. And he turned me on to that profile. And then, I dabbled in cigars just a little bit in the 2008-9 era, and then didn't smoke regularly until about 2012. I kept finding myself gravitating towards having a cigar more often. 2013, he had his issue with the stroke and everything. So he hadn't been able to smoke cigars for a decade now, or more plus, but he really turned me onto it. And for me, I think that was a real interesting time to get into cigars because of the boutique, what I consider a boom in boutique cigars. Right around 2013, 2014-ish. All of these, guys like Kyle and John Huber, these guys were kind of going out and making their own way at that point. And that was the cigars that I gravitated towards immediately. Not to get lost in my train of thought. It's tough. I'm holding back a lot. I got to be honest. Not to.
You're doing great.
Not to do anything more than just let you know I'm holding back and trying to have clear thought about all this. I still haven't seen this cigar.
Let me show you this cigar, and that will make you feel better.
I was going to say I haven't seen it yet, but it's so hard to put all of the gratitude and emotion that I have for you, Dave, and Creekside, and the cigar world, for even making this something that is it's very surreal still, until I'm burning one of these again, branded and banded and what have you. It's very surreal.
Let's do that now, Mike.
It's overwhelming. Can't thank you enough.
So I had said, and I told you we were doing this, and you saw some of the early concepts of it, but I wanted to have a piece of your dad's handwriting on the packaging, because I just thought that would be a cool way to remember him by, in a place that he loved, with a product and a thing that he loved, that you guys bonded over. And so this is SPG 1947.
I want to see this.
Your dad's initials and his year of birth.
Oh my god!
I got one here too, so we can both crack into it. But
this.
We'll put up photos too, because these cameras don't zoom very well. But
it's literally a page out of his journal on there.
Yeah, it's literally. And if I open it slowly, It's cool because it's kind of one massive sheet.
This is from the day that he went to the El Corojo farm in Cuba.
And I want to know who El Jefe is.
Right? Yeah. You know what? That's and all of my experience since post all of this, because this is when this was, I want to say 2007, 2008ish when this clip of the journal is from. And at that time, I didn't know anything about Cuba or cigars. And to be fair, and all of my knowledge since then and my liaisons through Cuba and whatnot, I've never heard of this guy before or since. So I'm also very curious as to who this was and who would know of who this was. And he was their guide at the farm, basically, I think. I can't remember if he was the guide. I'd have to reread the page to be honest. If he was the guide or the guy at the farm, that was in charge of something else than that. But wow, I don't know. It's my vocabulary.
And you got to see the band here. You leave that one sealed for a second.
All right.
I also have the full sheets. We cut them short to do the bundles, but it's a full sheet that's branded with like an old Porsche driving like super fast and like a place you can't tell with the handwriting over it. So I'll get you one of those to see too. But this is my first time seeing it with the band as well, and it looks so awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Let me see.
This is absolutely gorgeous.
Is that focused?
Can I take this out of the cellophane?
Yeah, please. We got to cut them up and light them.
Yes. If that doesn't scream Stephen Paul Glowich to me.
Dude, that is so cool.
Holy cow, Dave. You've just outdone anything that I could ever have dreamed, to be honest.
I'm glad to hear that.
And to see this just manifested a year ago and now in my hand, with the packaging, with the journal, this means more to me than anything that's ever been done, probably.
Thank you, man.
For me, for me and people like me and people who love cigars and people who love people and love a good time and like to see people happy. This is outstanding. And it's gorgeous too. Look at that wrapper.
I know. It's like
it looks so rich.
It's this like really nice. It's a Habano, but it's a richer shade.
Yeah. It's like that chocolate stage of fermentation.
And the oil on it, you can tell, is so cool. This is like, it's special for me too, because I know you and to hear, and I feel like I know a lot about your dad just from the year and a half that we've gotten to know each other and hearing the stories you've told about him. And so even, the fact that we were able to do this and work with someone like Hostos who makes excellent cigars. And
when I told him
about the project, he was very excited. And I told him it was for you and in honor of your dad. And I was like, hey, I know you don't ever ship like this or do this, but I would really love it if Mike could have the first wheel that you made of this cigar. So
stop it.
Hostos sent me the first wheel of production. There's no bands on these. They're straight out of the aging room. And just signed a little note to you from him. But those are the first 50 SPG 1947s that were rolled off the table in February.
Can I show this to the people who can see it to some degree? This is just unbelievable. Anybody who's loved somebody should know how it feels to have something so unbelievable to commemorate, to honor all of these things. I don't have the words.
You don't need them. We get to just enjoy.
My brain just says like, you gotta somehow, some way that you have to explain how just gripping this is and how inspiring and amazing it is. What you've done here, Dave, I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. And Hostos, I have been with you since the beginning. The first time I had a La Isla cigar, I don't even remember which La Isla brand I had that was my first La Isla cigar.
Chinchale or something of the sorts?
Assuming it was something that Kyle had blended with Hostos. I've had plenty of brands from there. The Ceniza Finas and the Cayman cigars and the Warp stuff that they do and the cigars that you've made there. This is just... I can't thank you enough. The fact that it's going to be available for people to enjoy. There's a lot more to this than just a cigar. for me, and I hope as people smoke that, it does something in their lives. It reminds them of some of the great things and people that are in their lives too, because that's all a part of this. I'm going to set this down. But,
here, let me put it over here so you don't accidentally ash on it or something.
That's just unbelievable.
It's pretty freaking cool.
You know, I'm sorry. I'm just going to interject really quick.
Keep going. I'm going to start lighting up this while you do that.
Well, all I was going to say, and it's a shameless plug, but it's really for my.
And these are right off the truck, by the way. So we're not judging these. We're enjoying these together.
No, absolutely. This is not a judgment cigar. This is just a gift to anybody that gets to light one up. This is a cigar that I am personally aware of that is truly born out of just love and passion. And I mean that because without that, there'd be no point to having done any of what was done, you know. It's something else. Again, I'm just fumbling for words because I don't have them. I'm getting married in 2 weeks. Now, I've been with my wife. I've been calling her my wife for a decade, you know what I'm saying? And we've been engaged for quite some time now. We are actually getting married, not this coming weekend, but the following weekend. And I mean, for just the way that this lined up kind of fell into the place with all of that. Because my dad, obviously, he's not going to be there. But in spirit, he will also be in my top pocket.
Yes.
And he'll be through the whole process
awesome.
and ready to go. It's fantastic. It's just fantastic. I don't know what else to say. I want to light it and smoke it. I just, you know.
You need any accoutrements to make that happen?
I've got it. For Dad, I'm going to cut the first one with the Le Fin Lam.
That seems appropriate.
He would, if he was smoking cigars when stuff like this was popular, he would have had one.
The other thing I loved about this from a cigar standpoint, what I love about this whole brand is it is so much more than the cigar. Like, you know, so many times me and you especially can get lost in the intricacies of the cigar and the tobacco and the fermentation and who rolled it and
who blended. Yes.
This cigar it quite literally to me doesn't really matter. Like, I hope it comes out great because we try and do everything with excellence. And I love that you were able to have input on creating the blend. But this is so much more than a cigar in that sense, that it really commemorates a person. And it's the first time we've been able to do something like this at Creekside. And it's been really special to be able to work on this and work with you on this and make sure that his spirit came through in the packaging and the storytelling and the blend and the size and everything. So that you always feel like you have a piece of him in something that he loved.
Yeah. I couldn't say it any better than that, obviously. And everything you said is you hit the nail on the head. It's absolutely every bit of him. Damn, it's good. That first light, there was a nice toasty sweetness
and
to that first
citrus.
light.
Ooh.
Yes, it was bright.
Yes.
Oh,
it is an oily looking wrapper. Yeah, I remember I brought you samples first here.
I believe there was 3. If I'm not mistaken, it was 3.
Of cigars I had made with Hostos in the past.
Right.
Or samples we dabbled with it. I'm like, I still have the blends for these. Let's just use this as a canvas to start somewhere. And you'd smoke the 3 of them. And I don't remember which number this one was. It would have been 1 or 2. 1.
I think it was 1.
And then the other 2, you're like, no, these fail in comparison.
Not these, yeah.
And then you were like, here's the size. And I'd love, there's a couple other like tasting characteristics you wanted to see in it to make it feel more like something he would smoke. And so when we were in DR last year, I brought another one of those samples to Hostos with the original blend we did, and then gave him your notes. And between me, him, and Elvin, who is kind of the head of the production factory
down there,
we came up with this, brought some back, you smoked it.
Yeah.
And then you had said you loved it like 4 or 5 months later.
Right.
And the cool part is we rolled these in February.
Of this year.
Of 26.
Right.
So they still have 6.5 months when they release. They have about 6 right now.
Right.
And so I love that it's one that we just took our time to do everything correctly.
And I can tell already, again, in my mind when we were talking about this, something Cuban-esque was on my mind, but not something that was like, well, let's try to make a cigar that tastes just like this or that. It was just the type of tobaccos. We haven't talked really about what it is. It's a Habano wrapper.
Yep.
It's a Habano
Ecuador
binder.
Habano. Yep.
It's got a little bit of Ligero in the filler. It's just a great medium plus body with some toastiness, some little chocolated sweetness in there. It's got that bright kind of citrusy floral note to it.
The Criollo 98.
Yeah. Is that what that is?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
And the wrapper binder both being Ecuador Habano.
It's just so good. It's so much like a cigar that I know he would have loved. That to me is what hits it home, is that not only did we talk about what that is, the cigar he would love, what that would entail profile wise or tobaccos wise and vitola, etc. It's the fact that I'm smoking it right now, and it's exactly that. It's exactly that. It's just that great medium bodied Habano profile that it just, I don't want to sit here and try to pull a bunch of notes off of 2 puffs, but again, it's just so toasty.
It's so good.
It's got a little bit of creaminess to it, but more of
some florality.
Yeah, it's got a brightness to I feel like there's a citrusy zest to the florality of it, so to speak, but then it's got that toasty kind of cedar woody core with some spice from that Ligero. I'm assuming it's got that little bit of, and again, it's not spicy. It's just got the spice to it. If you know what I mean. You cigar smokers, you know what I mean. I don't know. I don't want to ramble.
This is like one of this band I love so much. It is so classy and timeless.
It is. And let me ask you, since the branding creativity obviously is going to be the master, which is you, came up with this branding. What did you pull from when you were putting the ideas together for the branding itself?
I sat down with Logan, who does all of our I shouldn't say all, 95% of our design work here at Creekside. He's one of my favorite designers, period, and he does an amazing job of bringing ideas to life. And I sat down with him and I told him the story of your dad and of you. And I showed him, I'm like, I have scans from his journal. And he was like, oh my God, this is so great. I was like, I want it to feel both Porsche and Habanos and him.
Yes.
Like inspo, from where it feels like it could be something, an emblem that you could see on the back of an old Porsche.
Right.
If they never did those, but something that it would be appropriate on there.
Right.
But also to feel some heritage and legacy in it.
Right.
And, we used a really dark version of British Racing Green on the perimeter of it. And then we selected this gold foil that's in the center of the band. And that's why I always, ever since we talked about the name, I love it because it sounds like a model, like a car model. SPG 1947, sounds like the year of
flat 6.
Yeah, just something cool.
Yeah. Yes.
And so the whole idea was for it to feel from that era of vintage 911s.
Yes.
And also old school Habanos back in their prime.
Yeah, you hit all of those marks, every one of them. It's got
the checkered racing marks on the back.
Like I have, and I obviously, as you guys watch this, I haven't had any time to take this in, so to speak, and I feel like it's gonna, to take it all in. It can't be done in a couple of puffs. So. Just looking at the band for the first time, it is outstanding, and it's absolute. Like he would have wanted this branded like clothing or like a watch that had that face.
This would be
or
a
something.
Sweet hat too, like an old dad cap.
Yeah. Now the branding is again, you knocked it out of the park with that, and then the blend and just the everything. We know Hostos and Tabacalera La Isla, they have construction bar none.
You showed me today the Queens.
I was going to say I smoked a cigar a little bit ago called the Queen of the West, which was unbelievable. I mean, more than box worthy. Like that should be in cabs. Yeah. So it's so good that people. There's no way. You would have to intentionally not want to like that cigar to pretend you don't like it. You know, it was so good, but it was a one ash cigar. That cigar smoked in its format to the band. You saw, I mean, I had to shake that thing hard to get it off. It was the construction's bar none. And then the tobaccos are you know, the most premium quality tobaccos you could ask for. This Vitola, I am in love with. Mm-hmm. When I picked this size, I had to think about it because I'm like, Lancero, he loved the Lancero, he loves cigars, but this was something you would always find in his humidor, is a Parejo of this size, and again, I look at the branding and I've seen, I know these initials and this date, this is ingrained in me. I've known it my entire life. I looked up to my dad all my life. Even when I thought he was wrong, and he was never actually ended up being wrong about anything. Even when I thought he was wrong about things, I always adored him. He's always been a huge figure. And when he passed, just a little side note, when he passed in April, a lot of people reached out to me, but it was people reaching out to me that I haven't seen since I was a kid, who were friends of mine growing up. And I'm talking kids like, 10 years old and younger, little league guys and kids that we played youth soccer with and stuff, reaching out to me and telling me memories that they had of him because he was such an impressionable guy. Friends of mine, a buddy of mine was like, he had made such an impression. I haven't seen you in 35 years, but your dad made such an impression on me when we were kids. I love Targa 911s. I love this, that, and the other. My fondest memory is him picking us up in one with the top off. First time I ever heard Cheeseburger in Paradise was riding around in the backseat of a 911 at age 7, with Targa top off. Like just people telling me memories like that. So cool. He touched everybody, people I don't even know reaching out to me. He's a legend for a reason, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. He really was beyond even what I know. He touched so many lives. Yeah. So it's really sweet for him now posthumously to be a part of this community still.
Yep. Yeah. And for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I have no doubt that a lot of people are going to love this cigar, and that this cigar will become a mainstay around here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If you don't love this cigar, then you don't like Habanos, because this is a Habano,
it's a Habano to the
through
max.
And through, man.
Yeah, it is.
And it's a surreal pleasure as I sit here right now and do this. It's unreal, as I've said a million times, because it's the only thing that's going on in my fucking brain right now. Sorry if that's an issue. I know people don't like to cuss.
Nah, they'll be okay.
Again, I'm just flooded with just half statements and broken sentences because of all of what this means to me. But again, I just want to drive home the fact that you smoked a cigar with the intention of appreciating those who love you, those who make you happy, those who want you to just succeed.
Yeah.
He was always the guy that even if he didn't like you, he still would want you to succeed. And I'm not sure there were many people he didn't like, but he was just that guy. That was his MO. And that's, for me, what this cigar is. It is through and through just smoke in good company, because that is the thing to do. If you're a smoker, you do it in good company, and you nailed it.
It would have been awesome to have this out for Father's Day. Didn't end up being possible, but I like what you said, Mike. I think it's a good reminder to grab this cigar, grab 2 of these, and bring someone in that you love.
Yeah.
And then just enjoy an evening together.
Yes, please do. I'd encourage everybody out there to just appreciate all of the things that they like. And just don't even think about the things that get at you or you don't care for or any of that. This doesn't have anything to do with that. This is just all about the good times that you've had, the good times you look forward to having, and just know that there's people in the world that just want good shit to happen.
Yeah.
And it happens here at the Creek all the time. I mean, if there was a group of guys to ask about having a good time, it's definitely these guys.
Yeah.
Dave, you know, you've spearheaded something that's just beyond special. And things like this hopefully remind you of that, because, you know, on day in and day out basis, you know how great things are, and you know how well things have gone, and how the community has received you guys, so to speak, let's say. Well, this is another testament to that, man. You do great things, and with the greatest of intentions, you know. And to have great intentions and spectacular results, like that's not what everybody gets. But I feel like you get it 10 out of 10 times.
I think it's so much of it is the culture that is within the walls of Creekside, which I don't know. A lot of times you think of culture as like a team culture or a company culture, or like Creekside has a culture,
right?
And it's in the team and in us,
100%.
And it's in every customer that walks in here, especially in the people who come back, the regulars here. I have this conversation countless times a month with different brands or different lounge owners, and they can't believe the quality. This is the word they always use, the quality of person that you get.
Yes.
Is so unbelievable. And I could not agree more. It's on the back of the sign that's in the hallway that Cody and the Discord guys put together for us.
Awesome sign, by the
it's
way.
In the just support of the people who come here, and the groups of people who now know each other, who never knew each other.
Right.
And it's just been, I've also had so many people tell us the way that we do service just can't be done everywhere, because people take advantage of a shop that does it that way.
Yeah.
And I'm fortunate to not really understand that.
Right.
And not be able to agree with that, because I don't get it. I'm like, I don't know. It's in its own way, it's reciprocated, and that's not through like, oh, they also clean up after, like, it's not what I'm talking about. No. It's the joy of the people, the joy that we receive of the people who come in here is the reciprocation. That's all that we need to continue to do things the way we do them.
It's definitely from this side of the counter, let's just say, it's definitely a testament to what you guys do here, and the type of people that you all are. You, BG, Wick, Connor, everybody, Tyler, Felix, everybody, Jordan. I'm sorry, you guys. Josh,
other Jordan.
My.
All right, you got everybody.
Josh,
Matt.
Josh was last because he was important. No, Josh, we love you, dude. No, it's a testament to all of that. If you guys were all in here in a bunch of stuffed shirts, then people might want to take advantage of you, or not come back, or both. You know, I don't know how it would all play out, but it's not that. You guys exude such a camaraderie and I don't know the best word, but the genuine pureness of what you guys are doing, and the no frill, the no BS. Like, you're here to supply a venue and a product for people that you enjoy just as much as you want them to. Those why the people that come here, it's kind of like if somebody gives you something, you love it, but maybe you don't take care of it the way you would if you had to earn it or buy it, so to speak. But when you come here, it's like everybody wants to treat this place like it's theirs, and they want it to be. They love the fact they know people aren't throwing stuff on the floors, and they respect. The respect for this place is twofold, because we feel like it's also our home. You know, you've made a place that is home for guys that maybe didn't even know they needed a second home, but got one and genuinely care about it. That's the reciprocating effect, is that, you put this out there, and it's such a great thing that we want to give back to you guys, in a sense that, like, we would treat this like we own it, or it's something that is family to us, and you want to protect it, so to speak, on whatever levels that transpires. But,
that's very nicely put, Mike. I count it I'll use the word again, but I count it a true joy to get to do what we do every day, and with the people that we do with. It's awesome. There's no way around that.
You know what else is awesome?
This cigar.
SPG 1947. Holy
It's
cow.
awesome. Even though it's squishy from the heat, it's still awesome.
I haven't even gotten that yet. I haven't had anything going on except that I just got a wave of like toasted almond and milk chocolate that just hit my palate. That I was like, wow, where did that come from? Like it just,
or like, what are those almond? Is that marzipan? Like an almond paste, or it's almost like those wedding nuts, those wedding almonds that are coated in like the sugar.
I don't know about those yet.
You'll find out.
2 weeks, I'm going to have a sugar-coated nuts. Sweet.
Yeah. I'm now married officially because I had the nuts.
Honey, you're going to love this. They're
I'm so glad that this made it in time to be a part of that too.
Me too. You know, I hadn't mentioned this, but I've got a cousin in Texas who he and my cousin Jim and my cousin Kathy, they always looked at my dad as like their dad because their dad was not around.
Okay.
So he was also a huge figure in their life. And Jim smoked cigars, but he backed off a while ago. He just hadn't smoked as much. And his sister Kathy, my cousin, she has a husband who is a cigar smoker. And I mentioned this to Kathy and Jim before Dad passed, and then again after he passed because it was getting closer. You know, we were in contact about this, and it was getting closer. They were couldn't believe that it was like something real. I want something I just made a band for. Because I would have probably done that if I, but in long story short or whatever, they're going to be very excited to see that. I haven't spoke to them about it, and probably
we'll just have to send them some, and they can just get surprised in the mail.
I'm going to. I don't know if I can do that. You are the master dad because
that was hard for me. Even today when I had my appointment, I'm like, I want to give this to him so badly.
There is, I guess, in maybe a Patreon version of the Discord or somewhere. I was getting messages from a few different people on Instagram.
I teased it in Patreon.
Well, I had people message me the next day. Your cigar looks awesome, and I was like, well, I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
It lived in Patreon only.
I'm glad that somebody
were sworn to not showing you.
Yeah, no, nobody showed me, but I did get some messages from a few of the good guys out there in the Discord that had seen it and were telling me about it. And it was so surreal because now I've got other people that I don't know, generally speaking, I don't know any of these guys personally. I haven't met any of them personally, but reaching out to me to tell me that my dad's cigar looked awesome was just another one of those things along this process that was just like, this is going to floor me the day this thing hits. And I'm telling you, then you wanted to do this on the podcast. And I was like, you just want to see me cry. I get it. I'm not going to do that. I have yet. We have not had his memorial yet. Again, he passed in April. Yeah. It's been a few months now, but he had survived his wife, and so he was his last days. He was in Florida, but pretty much by himself. Not that he knew really. He was. Rest in peace. He should. We thought he was going to go several times in the last decade. It was a long journey, but. We've got a memorial plan for him, me and my aunt, his sister, and my cousins and my sister and whatnot. But we haven't had it yet. We just haven't. We all live in different states. I'm here in Ohio. My sister's in Los Angeles. My cousins are in Lockhart, Texas, and San Marcos and in Texas. So we haven't gotten together yet. But when we do that, it's going to be the memorial. We'll grieve. You got to grieve. And all of that. I haven't done any of that stuff yet. Just been trying to choke everything down and keep going because I got responsibilities. I've got my wife and son. I've got to work. All of those things. Just been kind of pushing them back and trying to take a back seat. I thought this was going to break me in half. I really did. All morning long, I was thinking like, this is not going to work for a podcast. I'm not going to be able to talk to anybody while this is happening. But, talking to you is a different story because, again, I feel like, we became friends just a couple of years ago now. But I do consider you guys family and and all of that. So it's a little easier talking to you about this stuff than I thought it might be. But I'm holding it back.
Well, I appreciate you agreeing to do this because I know it's a public way to be vulnerable. But I thought it was important that especially for many reasons. But in cigars, in any industry, there's plenty of stories that don't always line up with being for real.
Right.
And I just wanted to leave no no mistake, no hidden agenda. That
this is very real.
That this is something that you were a part of creating in honor of him. And I wanted them to hear from you about your dad, because that's what this is about. This cigar project is not about the cigar, although we love the cigar. It's about him and you. And I hope it's something that you get to smoke plenty of also by yourself while you process and grieve and spend quiet times with just him. I hope that's what this becomes for you.
It is. It's absolutely.
And we'll make sure you have plenty, so you don't have to ration any.
You know what? As I'm smoking this, these are going to age. They're fantastic right now. But I'm telling you what, like a fine Habano that he would have loved, this is something that even just another 6 months from now is going to be. It has
enough power intentionally.
And that wrapper's got enough oil in it to that, as that just fades out and crystallizes and gets on there, it's just going to continue to hold its own and develop. It doesn't need it. Like I'm smoking. This is literally off the truck, everybody. These guys showed up this morning with the brown uniform on and a dolly full of Tabacalera La Isla boxes.
A lot of cigars. We probably brought in 1,700 cigars.
This morning. I mean, I see about 1,000 stacked on the counter right now. Of again a cigar that. I mean, nobody has to sell this cigar. Anybody that smokes is going to love it. But that Queen of the West. My goodness. It's a killer. It's a killer of cigars out there that are similar in idea, maybe, or what have you, tobaccos. You guys get ready for the Queen of the West. It's a fantastic cigar, of which I see that you guys are ready to serve the people.
Soon. So that's August 20th. You're here for that, right? Because Hostos is coming.
Of course I'll be here. Hostos is a gentleman that I have spoken to since I had my first La Isla. I messaged him because he's got a presence. He's on social media.
Cool that he's accessible.
But he's tentative. He responded. And I'm talking years ago at this point, but have never met. I was talking to Connor about this earlier. The Creekside, man, this is a place, all you people out there, this is a place where, like, I've had relationships with people in the cigar industry that I had never actually met, but just had conversation with. Our dear friend Dave West is a gentleman that I had spoken to for almost 15 years with conversation back and forth. And then when he made the About Cigars, you guys got in on that when we talked about
Thanks to you, Mike.
You guys jumped on it, but then when he was coming here to surprise everybody for the first year anniversary, I thought the guy lived in California because he was with Small Batch, and I just assumed, I was like, well, he must be in California somewhere. Hey, and then he does a video, he's driving up here, and I'm like, man, that's a long drive. Just a couple days. He Route 66 all the way. No, he came from Virginia, where I think is where he is.
Virginia.
But I got to meet him, I guess was the point of all this, is that, and Lorenzo from HVC, another gentleman I've spoken with several times.
And he's coming this month.
I know. For
the pig roast. And we're doing the Pan Caliente Creekside Flat Day exclusive.
When is that? Do you know when?
The 29th.
Oh, yeah. So I'll definitely be here for that, too. As long as it's not that week that I'm in Palm Springs.
We schedule all this around you.
Hear that, people? They're here. They work for the people, not against them. Not even with them, just for them. Yeah. No, you got a fly that wants to be a part of this.
I know. He won't leave you alone.
It's unbelievable. This thing is unbelievable. I don't know what, me, I'm a
love this size.
lover. So
I love this size.
I love this size.
It's just like a hearty Robusto.
It's the perfect size for this blend.
An hour and a half if you smoke slow. It's nice little perfect cone, of course. The master. I know. I'm so glad that Hostos is coming. So you're going to get to meet him in person. This. Okay. By the way, I need to clarify this because people are going to want to know. They're probably already annoyed we haven't said this.
Right.
But we're gonna launch this pending your availability.
Yeah.
I'm thinking September 10th.
I'm here.
Okay. So Thursday, September 10th. We're gonna launch SPG 1947 in store and online. And I think it'll be a really fun evening. Everyone's smoking SPGs,
drinking Eminente and Havana Club.
Eminente, yeah.
And there might be a bottle of 20-year Santiago de Cuba that gets cracked.
I'm going to have to get you to get with your guys so we can support.
Oh, we will.
The acquiring of said things.
I can do all that.
And it'll just be a SPG night and do all this, bring all the stuff he loves. I mean, I may have to like rent a Porsche or something. I don't know.
Yeah, if only you knew where we could get one.
I got no connections anywhere to Porsche.
Right, if only, and there might even be a guy here that can make it.
We've got to have one parked out front, Mike.
Absolutely.
We have to.
You know, right now in the shop, I've got a 1973, it's a race car. It's a RS, 1973 911 RS, which they didn't make very many of. This car spent its life in Italy as a race car. Gentleman bought this car not long ago and had it. It was literally a race car that was ran for several years. So he had it restored as far as paint and all of that to an original color. And the thing's like a bajillion-dollar car. Like just don't. They're not around anymore. But man, if that thing's still at the dealership on September, the keys might find its way into somebody's pocket to park it out front.
That would be awesome.
Although that would probably be far-fetched. I don't know if I could pull that off.
We could get some type of Porsche up here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Some type of...
we've got the
911.
Best salesman for Porsche North America.
Sitting right behind you.
Sitting right behind me. This gentleman has won the walk-around challenge 3 years for the United States. They gave him a watch and a bike and all kinds of stuff because he's amazing. So I guarantee you we can get one to park out front. And, you know, who doesn't want a little free sponsorship, you know, on top of that. So
that would be the perfect, the trio. This cigar, great Cuban rum, and a Porsche sitting out front.
That, yes, that. And I might come in as dress blues.
Let's go. Let's go.
Because I got them hanging in my closet. No, I wouldn't do that.
That's a fitting event for a man like him.
Man, you saw, I sent you some of those photos. I unearthed a photo album that he had that was all, it was a lot of his experience in Vietnam. And you look at that and what a time that was for a very young man. And he loved what he was doing over there in the sense that he felt, and he spoke about this to a newspaper not long after his return, but the people that he interacted with there were genuinely grateful that they were there. Now, I know not to open up a can of worms, but I know that people have thoughts about things, especially when we're talking about wars. I don't want to worry about any of that, but he was proud of what he did in life. In that facet, in every facet, he was proud of the things he did. For that photo album, I sent you a few of those pictures so we were talking about this. It's thumbing through that, man. There's some pictures in there of I just couldn't fathom being a young man at sub 20 years old, and that was what you did. You know, you were a broker of peace for the world, so to speak. At least that was your role, and just being proud of the fact that you were helping people, even though you were getting shot at 24/7. You know, I can't. You know, he's my dad. You know, so am I biased? Well, I mean, he was my dad, but anybody that's ever known him would tell you the kind of guy he was, and this is just, he deserves this, to say the least. And the fact that you brought this to my attention, that you were even interested, it was a thing, because I wasn't going to go around shopping, you know, hey, I want to make my dad a cigar. I never, you know, it's not my thing. I don't know how to do something like that, or wouldn't know where to start. But when you came to me with this, it was just a no-brainer. Like, I mean, if you really want to do this, absolutely. You know, there's a story. He was a hell of a guy. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Hell of a cigar.
We are going to continue enjoying this, and we should probably hand some SPGs out to the rest of the people in this lounge right now so they can partake with us right off the truck.
Absolutely.
But Mike, thank you for what you bring to Creekside.
Thank you.
You're so integral to this community, and online too.
Yeah.
You're this larger than life person, just like your dad. Everyone's always like, when are we going to have Mike back on a podcast? Here you go.
If I could be half the guy, then maybe they'll make a cigar one day about me. But I ain't there yet. I just wake up, try to do good.
But thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your story and for sharing about your dad on this. I know that's not necessarily the easiest thing to do.
No, but it's genuine. Everything you guys do is genuine, and I can only be grateful for being a part of any of it. You know, I don't know what else to say, but that I'm eternally grateful for all of this. Not the cigar, but just the friendship and relationship that I have, built with you over the last couple of years. It's been blessing
For me as well.
Yeah. Look, everybody, this thing is absolutely fantastic.
SPG 1947, available September 10th.
It's coming.
And members, in-store members, this will be their customs release because we want everyone to have this.
Yeah, and enjoy it.
So members will get it. And I have a feeling it's going to stick around for a little bit, but there's only ever one first production. So.
Right. Well, that's right, man. That's right.
So make sure you just mark that in there so you can be a part of this really special cigar.
Yep.
Until next time, thank you guys. Truly a thank you to everybody who watches Creekside and participates, because we are a shop in Mainville, Ohio, that because of this and because of you all, we have the ability to even make a cigar like this,
right,
and call a factory and do a production run of cigars for somebody special. So it's a heartfelt thank you from me and our Patreon people who support us and our content through Patreon, everyone in our Discord, everyone here at our lounge, our members, our customers. I'm very grateful that you allow us to do really fun things like this.
Man, and I'm grateful as well. I'm a part of this community, and I'm grateful for everybody that is a part of the community. And you guys are the top tier. Not C tier. It's top
no,
tier.
We're C tier.
Maybe C tier tobacconists, but you are A plus tier hospitality driven, genuine guys.
I'd rather be known as that. C tier tobacconists, A plus in hospitality.
Yeah, that's it all day.
Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
You
Enjoy
heard
this.
this,